What's going on, everyone? Christian back here with Crankin' with Christian, and today we're going to be talking about a new rod I just got in. If you guys saw my last video of the loose KVD speed spool, you heard that I got a few different rods in, and I was going to be doing some reviews. I got some reels, rods, tackling, and I'm going to be doing some reviews over stuff like that this year. So, as you guys probably know from most of my videos, I'm a big Dobyns rods guy. And my new rod I got in is a new series Dobyns just came out with, which is the Sam Sobi series. So right here is the new Dobyns Sam Sobi 724C. It's his jig rod, or well, it's going to be my jig rod. And I got it because I wanted a designated jig rod, and I've heard these rods are amazing. I was looking at ordering this or one other rod, a Caden and like a 744. And my buddy told me about this. He's like, pick it up. He's like, you won't be disappointed. So I got it. On this, I've got a reel that I actually just traded a few different things for, which is a Shimano Metanium. Yeah, I've never had a Metanium. I've always wanted one. I traded some rods and reels the other day for it, and I cannot wait to get this thing out, get it running, and using this combo. It's going to be a killer setup. Anyways, though, we're going to be talking about this rod. I'm going to pull up the Dobyns website, kind of explain what all's on it and what they did with this rod and what I've heard about this rod. And then we're going to be diving in about my thoughts about this rod. I just pulled it out of the package yesterday, so it's still brand new, never been used yet, just threw a reel on it and then figured I was going to make this video. So, let's pull up the website and look at all the details on this rod. Alright, so I've got the website up right here. And here's what it says the features are. The features are high modulus graphite blank, C guides, XO guides, Fuji reel seats, Kevlar wrapping, balanced and splined blanks, split handle on spinning and casting models, and then a full handle on the 765 flip. And as it reads, Sam Sobi is a very popular fishing personality with his own YouTube channel. Sam lives in the state of Minnesota and has fished his entire life. He fishes year-round chasing bass as much as possible, but when the water freezes, he turns ice fishing. Great talent to not only pattern and catch fish, but also with his second love, creating awesome videos where he shares his fishing experiences. He does a lot of spinning rod fishing, jig fishing, and he loves to flip. All three of these techniques are covered with his personal signature series of rods. Sam can be found on YouTube under Sobi. Please check out his videos and learn more ways to make your next fishing trip a success. So, like right there it says, he's huge into spinning and then jig fishing and flipping. If you guys watch his videos, I know I do, you can see stuff like that where he loves doing those types of techniques. So, with knowing that, that's why I wanted to get one of his series for flipping rods. So talking about that and a little bit of the features of this rod, let's get into what I feel about it. And I've got one other rod that's fairly similar right next to me. This is a Dobyns Champion XP 704. It's my closest rod I've got to it. Both are 4 power, both are 7 foot. The one's just 4 inches longer. They've got very similar reels on it, although this is a Metanium. I've got a Corrado 70 on the other one. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about, comparing it to. When I first pulled this rod out of the rods pack that I got it in, or in the container that I got it with, this rod felt extremely light. That's the first thing I noticed. I felt it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing's light. The colors on it with that gold and black, I absolutely love it. It looks sweet. It's just a great feeling rod. I like the handle on this a lot more than like my 704 or any of my other ones. It's got a little bit longer cork on it compared to the others. Same length of handle on it. It looks like it's got the same reel seat on it. And honestly, I've heard that this rod's basically a Caden with a few different things that are different in the blank in it. That's basically what I've heard. I've got a Caden 745, which may not be bad to compare it to, but it's a power up, and I think it may just be better to compare it to this rod. But yeah, the reel seat and everything looks the exact same, so I'm guessing it's the same reel seat on it. Eyelets are a little bit different. I actually like the eyelets better on the Caden. The ones on the Champion XP seem to look a little bit higher strength, but the Sam Sobi one, I like how they look a little bit better, and they seem like they're good eyelets on it. Overall weight of it, of course, I've got reels on it. I felt them without the reels. This Sam Sobi, I don't know if it actually is or not. It feels lighter than what the Champion XP is. When you hold them out together, I also think that the Sam Sobi rod, I think it probably is, I think it balances a little bit better than the Champion XP too. I know I've got different reels on them. I'll swap them out and see what I think rod balances best with the Corrado 70 on it. So just to see exactly if it's just the reel that's making it balance better or if it's the actual rod. I think it's the actual rod. The Corrado 70 definitely feels good on this rod. So with that being said, I definitely think that it is the rod that balances a lot better. And this thing, it feels really good. If you just put it in your hand, I haven't even used it yet, so I don't know how it actually feels on the water. But if you just put it in your hand, it just feels just perfect in your hand. I don't know how to explain it. You just put it in your hand and it just feels like, man, that's the rod. That is a perfect jig rod. It just feels like that. Now, with all that being said about all of the how it feels, I don't know how it feels in real life out throwing a jig yet. I can just tell you how it feels holding it in the hand. I plan on getting out with it soon and using it. One thing I have heard from my buddy of mine that has the rod and's used it is he said it's got a little bit more backbone than what the 704 has, or what any other rod in Dobyns 4-power series or 4-powers are. So yeah, I mean, a 704, he said that the 724C, or really just any 4-power Sobi rod, he says it just feels like it has a little bit more backbone. And I've heard that when I watched one of Sobi's videos before, as they talked about that backbone, that he added a little bit more backbone because that's what he thought the good jig rod needed. I'm not sure if that's true or not. That's just what I've seen online. But comparing it to that Champion XP, this rod is, I believe, brand new. It's $169.99, and it's not cheap, but it's not an expensive rod by any means, and it feels like it's an expensive rod. I honestly, just how it would feel, I'm probably going to fish with my Sam Sobi over my Champion XP or even a Champion Extreme, probably most of the time, just because of how it feels. It feels great in my hand, and it just seems like an amazing rod. So I will be doing another on-water review of this rod here soon when I actually get it lined up and can get out on the water, but just wanted to go over my initial impressions with it when I just got it out of the box the other day. So anyways, hopefully you guys kind of like this unboxing and initial impressions and review video of this compared to another rod in Dobyns series that is the same power and very similar rods. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys enjoy the videos I put out. I can do more rod reviews like this as I get new gear in, or really with whatever gear I have. So if you guys want to see anything specific, let me know. I've got a bunch of Dobyns rods, so I can compare pretty much any of them. Let everybody know my thoughts on them. And yeah, so anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you aren't already, and we will see you guys in the next video.